nice, very nice.
Okay, Shiva, let us know when to start.
We can start now, ma'am. Recording.
Okay. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sanchari Chaudhary reporting live once again from the IHM Bangalore Career Studio. I really hope that all of you are doing well. I would like to welcome today, this afternoon, a very, very special person, a very dynamic leader, one of our star alumni, Mr. Rupam Datta. Mr. Rupam Datta happens to be definitely an alumni of our Mother Concern Institute, IIM, but definitely he has always been a huge support system for us, forever. Thank you so much, Rupam, for being here today, taking out your precious time, from a very busy schedule that you always keep happening, I know. But then you've been able to be with us today, this afternoon. That is incredible, and thank you very much. Rupam happens to be the general managers of the Feathers Hotel, Chennai. And Rupam, big welcome once again from the IHM family. And here we start with you. We would like to know about your journey so far, Rupam.
Sanchari, thank you very much. First of all, thank you for inviting me, and it's a great opportunity for me to connect with all the young students and also the entire college all over India. It's beautiful. Very interesting when you say journey, and I think we always feel that the journey should continue like this only. So this journey is always constant.
That's right.
It was very interesting. I sort of passed out 95. So that's pretty before 2000 could come. So the industry was a little different. So I would always say that for me, it was like a place where I was a suburb from the main city of Calcutta. And while traveling in train once, I heard students discussing about, I could see some students beautifully groomed and, with the tie and all, that's very odd in a passenger train, I was curious to know that what are these guys are up to. So very interesting. I went up to them. I said, what do you all do? He said, we study hotel management. I said, oh, there is something called hotel and management. We used to know a hotel in a very different.
Correct.
So then they said, yes, we study hotel management. And I said, so where is this college? He said, it's in Salt Lake. And, we study there and we have a lot of things to do. We learn how to the hospitality. We learn how to prepare food. So actually food preparation also is a profession, So then we understand. So as you travel with them, so I used to ensure that when I used to go for my own classes for a different academics, I used to meet them and ensure that I get a lot of learning from them. So for me, it was like those days I didn't even think of any other institutes. Just because they were in IIM, and I asked them, can you get me a form? So they picked up the form and gave it to me, handed over in a train, and I picked up and deposited through them, I've submitted. Then that's the time I've gone to the college.
Lovely.
And seen the building. I saw many students, it was I'll tell you, in those days, you see such scenarios. For me, college was a different part. And you go through that college, and that's where I say that IIM, to me, was a temple. So you go there, well-groomed students are coming out of that place. Very limited, not like today, very limited, but they are all like, the kind of approach they have, the look they have, the professional presentations they have. I said, wow, this also is an industry and this can be my career. You can't think of anything else. That's where, the first thing comes in mind, that I'm getting into it in the industry. Then as you go, Sanchari, I realized that in my neighborhood, there is gentlemen who, and look at the topic they used to talk those days. You know what? This gentleman, this boy, his father works for Oberoi Grand. So, and, his shoe is so well polished that you can actually see your face. So that was the kind of topic. So, wow, you can have your shoe where you can see your face. So, it's the kind of note that is to come in mind is that, okay, hotel means you have these things. You have to be really well groomed. You know, to be.
Correct.
Now, why is it required to? As you get into the study, you start your classes, you college. I remember Dr. Bose was giving us the welcome speech, and Mrs. Chaudhary. I must tell both of them who are who introduce us the hotels to these students.
Absolutely, so true.
And it was a mesmerizing, like understanding a hotel, how does it operate from them was something very different. Then comes your classes starts, you have literally a restaurant on a rooftop, a kitchen built in. So you go there, you can also see that, okay, kitchen, you have to have a uniform. So there's a change room, you go there, there's a locker that you go, wash your hands, maintain those hygienes, come into the kitchen. Then there are different ingredients, introduction of ingredients, and then the vegetables, how do you make your stock? So, the career starts from there, and you find, so that is where the introduction of hotel happens. And then during the course, we of course get into the industrial training. There was some reason, I'll tell you, that is where I say that IIM was always different. And of course, today's IIHM, because eventually it's the same, inspired by Dr. Bose,
Correct.
So today when we go there, and when I went to the industrial training, before that, there was a briefing that, this is what the industry is going to be. And you are expected to conduct yourself in those lines.
Yes.
So you have a basic understanding of it. Then you go to the industry, and then, the training was a great journey. So for me, definitely, I utilized the industrial training as one of my, I realized that if I can utilize these 6 months, not like a student, just like a pro, probably I will advance a lot. And I have volunteered myself. I knew, you will always have, I'm sure I wanted to pass on this message to all the students who are hearing that. You will always have somebody who's saying you that it's not necessary for you to be there. Your duty is over, move on. I knew that if I had to learn that extra few mile, if I have to walk that extra few mile, I need to spend that extra hours. It's like nobody will automatically teach you and come and teach you. So you be there, you understand. So if the hotel is functioning for 24 hours, I must attend to each shift. I must know how does it start. I wanted to know how a hotel start operating from the morning. You got to actually see that the guys who are coming, the peripheral cleaning is going on, the time office arrangements are going on, the doorman is getting, polishing his door handles, ensuring that the floor mats are rightly placed, the housekeeping guy is making the lobby. So you got to see that starting of a day. So you must do all the shifts. So I was ensuring that I get into each of these shifts to understand how do you get into a breakfast shift, how do you get into a lunch hour, your dinner and night. How do you close the hotel? What happens during the closing? Where is the, when you, the curtain is down, you have your, and then there is the back office management is happening. Your night audit is running in, your kitchen inventory is going on, the cleaning, mass cleaning is going on in the kitchen, the housekeeping is doing its public area cleaning, and your bell desk is getting ready for the newspapers, your early morning arrivals are getting ready. The auditors is doing, the cashier is doing his count of the day. Everything was to me was like, wow. Everything was like me to wow. And I wanted to ensure that I don't run away from that. I was spending time to understand how do they function. So yes, my career starting was that if I can observe as much as possible, that is great learning. So I never wanted to miss. Maybe I may not be a part of a shift. I may be in a different area. But it doesn't stop me from coming there and understanding and observing. Now, there are skills that you need to do. If you come and stand just like that, you don't observe. All right? Nobody will allow you, because you're not supposed to be standing idle there and watching.
Correct.
You literally have to volunteer yourself that, can I help you with this? So I had that attitude that if the cashier is doing a count, so I will say that, can I get to the envelope? Can I help you out this counting?
Right.
So you volunteer yourself just to see what is he doing. So, literally you go to the auditor and you see, those days, those huge data matrix printer used to be there. And then you watch those, what are these? So if you help them, everybody, and say, can I get to that? Can I get to this paper? Can I help you out with the stapler? So you connect with them. And then what happens, they are literally letting you know. So then you can ask them question that, what do you think? What is this? How do you check this? The Whitney rack, everything is rightly done or not? How do you check the in-room billing? These room guests, they'll teach, these are the folios where you keep your bills. Each room has got certain expense per day. So you got to check all of them. You got to check, match them with the main bill. So you literally get into everything and understand. So the learning starts from industrial training. So it's a huge story. 6 months. 6 months can actually give you, I remember many students, my first outdoor catering was with the Oberoi Grand. I was handling the KLM Dutch Airlines launch in Calcutta at the Tollig Lounge Club, and we are about 75 students being called. So I wanted to ensure that what goes if the airlines is launching. I know that Oberoi is not launching the airlines, but Oberoi is doing the catering for it. Now I wanted to observe from the time you report on duty as a outdoor catering boy, what are the process that you go through? So you go to the time office, you check in, you punch your card, you get into the banqueting, and there's a banquet manager who comes on your briefing. The point that you discuss, recap that. And, you start literally, I had a superstar banquet manager called Tirthankar Chatterjee. I can't ever forget him, the charisma that he had, and the personality they used to be there, and the kind of clarity you have in your briefing. So I understood that if I have to take a briefing in my journey, that is the example that I'll take. So a briefing is not a gyan. So many students may take it what gyan you are giving. So it's not gyan. It's typically a planning that is running through. So you have to take it like, wow, he has been sharing the entire evening. This is how the counters are going to be. We're going to have, this is the main frying counter. This is why your satellite kitchens are, your pickup is going to be here. This many boys will be reporting here. This many boys are for the beverage service. This is the pouring drinks, that the brands, we are expecting, these are the VIPs. So the detailing that is run through, you literally have a blueprint ready in your mind. So the approach is different. Like if you look at how I see what he's saying, ultimately I have to work on, I'll work and come back. It's not just work. It was picking up those points that was very important. The detailing they're sharing with us. I'll tell you, Sanchari, those are the learnings I've enjoyed. So, and you come back home, you recap, what did it, share? You make a note of yourself. And it's, wow, today, so next day when there is another catering and that you have a 700 packs cocktail going on and you have to carry about 15 kgs of snack tray, you literally ready that, okay, this is my mise en place. This is what the dip I need to carry. This is how the snack tray is going to be there. If there is an Indian, how the Indian presentation is going to be. If there's a Western snacks, how they're going to be presented. So you're literally ready. So on the third party honors, we know. And we started expecting attitude that matters. Yes, there will be people who you may not like them, but it doesn't matter.
Correct.
See, you haven't come there to live the whole life with them. You have come here to learn your part and ensure that your relationship is good with them. You, even if you do not like personally, but do like his instructions, focus on what he's sharing. If he's telling you, in those days, it was very common, 1,000 glass, wipe it, right? Now, he'll say that, okay, if a little finger spot is found in 1,000 glass, he'll let me know, wipe the entire 1,000 glass once again. But that's how it is. So, you have two choices. You take it like he's irritating, he's purposely doing it. And the second one is he's asking me to be perfect. So if I take the second option that he's expecting me to be perfect, then it's good for me. So I had students from different colleges, different parts. They're saying, why should I do it? I've just finished. For one glass, why will you ask me? The reason is that he's saying that each glass you pay the similar attention. So for me, I took it that way. So these are how, the journey starts. And in hotel, yes, you need to be literally having a great relationship with all. Industrial training, how important it is for me to even connect with the laundry guy. Just imagine I was given a hotel uniform and there are multiple employees in a hotel. And it's not necessary that you get the best uniform. But being a hotelier, it was one of the things that I have learned. And that's one reason I came to the industry, that your perfection in your attire. So I will make friendship with the laundry guy to tell him that give me the best shirt available, right? So the best white shirt that's available for me will be there for me. So what is required for me to not commanding there? I'm in industrial training. It's building relationship, so I go, nothing goes wrong. You go and tell the laundry guy who's reporting in the morning, he doesn't have anyone who's asking him, how are you? If one industrial trainee goes and tell him, Rahim Chacha, how are you doing? How is everybody? Is the kid at home? Well, imagine what connect. And after the Rahim Chacha, is it possible to get me a better shirt?
Absolutely.
Sure, beta, I'll give you that. So you learn managing people from those days. I'm not even enter the hotel. So I'm talking about my industrial training.
Yes.
So when you say that things are responding to me in the way I wanted, you know that you're achieving your goal.
Correct.
You're learning. So you spend time with them. How do you manage so much of uniform? How do you do these? Then he'll let me know, how we manage. This is how the inventory happens in laundry. This is how the linen room happens. This is the machine. So before my manager could teach me, housekeeping manager could teach me each of these machineries, that what is the function. I had a full list of machineries. What is the function? So this is what happens when you start touching things from the bottom. And so my best learning was, my industrial training. And yes, then starts the journey. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, I will say that that's how it is. On those days, in India, we never had too many MNCs like the Marriott or the Hyatt or Hilton available. So if at all you manage to get a job with the ITCs or the Taj and Oberoi's, it's good enough. If you don't have, then you are left with the 4-star or 3-star local brands, which is good enough. I never had a problem with any brand. My attitude from the beginning was like, wherever I walk in, I will make that as a brand. So
yes.
So it's not, yes, what was most important is that if I'm fortunate to have a good manager, don't leave them. So the focus was always on those, and that, okay, so I had to start with smaller hotels, in Hyderabad, hotels like Basera,
correct,
and busy hotel, extremely busy hotel. So what you do is, I have learned something in the industry. Okay, if I have learned something, I have seen how the Taj Bengal operates its banquets. If I have learned how the Shonar Bangla restaurant at the Taj operates, I have the SOPs with me. See, what happens if I sit down in these small hotels and say that, guys, can we make a new SOP for ourselves? Let me sit down and let's revise our SOPs. How do you do it? The management used to notice that. Wow, this guy's bringing in some changes. So it became like you innovate things, and then you the joy is really, really more that you're bringing in something very different. You understood how Oberoi banqueting works. So it's not necessary that I will only walk in if I get a banquet like Oberoi's, only then I'll walk. It doesn't happen.
Correct.
What happens if I can make a smaller hotel to a standard very close to that? That's where the game starts. So that was journey, and then eventually I came across. That was the time, I'm talking about early 2000, where the budget class hotel, economy brand in hotels in India was capturing. It was
true.
And that's why I got into Sarovar Hotels in the early 2000.
Right.
And, at the first go, meeting gentlemen like Ajay Bakaya, currently the managing director of Sarovar Hotels, and Mr. Anil Madhok, who is the chairman, and then you have my regional director, Abhi Thakur, I keep talking about. So you come across these personalities, and if you look at them, Mr. Ajay Bakaya was the youngest general manager of the Oberoi's, in Krishna Oberoi. So if you look at them, the way they conduct, so I started following them from the moment I enter the room for an interview. So I start looking at the shoe. Okay, it's that typical habits of, what is the grooming that I maintain. And
yes.
If you have to identify a good manager for your restaurant, they let you speak. So I have understood that if you work with these gentlemen, they will let you know what to find in a manager. If at all you want to hire a restaurant manager for your hotel, what are the things that you look? So they do not try to tell you what you do not know, how incompetent you are. They let you know. They'll always encourage you to open up and share what are the detailing that you work on. So Mr. Bakaya's interview used to be always like, Rupam, what happens if you're a restaurant manager and you start your day, report at this time, and how you start your day, how you conclude your day. So that gives a complete run through that what you will do, and then the way they used to treat people. So, working with them, I had an amazing opportunity, and I have a long stint with them. The initial 10 years was that, early 2000 till about 2009 was with them. So operating and launching different hotels in Southern India. So I was part of the team of Chennai Hotel. And of course, as you know, these hotels are all owned by an individual and managed by this hotel management company. So I realized that the operating standards are laid by these companies are true blue, and they all backgrounds are the Oberoi's and all. So, the behavior that you learn. At a very early age, I realized that when Mr. Madhok's call used to be there, what was your yesterday's electricity consumption? So imagine you from the very beginning, you are being trained to be technically strong. So literally as a restaurant manager, I should know what is my operating cost, my restaurants, what is your manpower, how much of, what is your total salary for the restaurant employees, look at the food costs, how do you do those, the SOPs, and then you start taking training. Even if you learn something today, ensure that we had the opportunity to take the class tomorrow. If I'm learning something today, ensuring that my team is learning it tomorrow. So in a way, you re-educate yourself every day, and you become master of that craft. So the training became a part of our day. So if there is no training in a day of a restaurant manager, we used to feel like, come on here, it's not a day. It's not a day, because we look forward to. Then you see crises. There are days of, on a 31st evening when your hotel is closing early morning and all, and next day lunch is super duper busy, and you only have 2 guys reported on time. So what you do, you don't give up immediately. You say, wow, I have 2 guys, so I have all the opportunity to work today, So you immediately plan, okay, you tell the front office manager, come on guys, I want you to handle the entrance, So you just handle the sitting. I will handle the guest communications and the first round of care. My team, 2 people will be looking after food pickups, another one is water service and clearance. That's it, all about. So 4 people managing them, So you get, so that is what learning starts. And then you have things like launching hotels. So the biggest learning happens that you prepare yourself. So I knew that there is a new property coming up in Bangalore, and so then you literally, you have no confirmation whether you're going to be there or not, but we create the environment that I'm ready for that change. You see, like you give a message in some way. You don't have to go and tell them that I'm ready. You literally have a blueprint ready. You take information. Okay, what's the number of keys? How many restaurants are there? So if you can make a, I know the standards of the servers, SOPs and all. If I have all of that ready and present to my general manager, sir, I would just wanted to let you know that I have a SOP ready for the hotel. This is how it's going to operate. So you create your opportunity. So you ensure that, you make your way out. You go and reach out to them before they could even think. So they say, wow, not bad. You're ready with it. So it's okay that we shift you there. So you make your own,
opportunities, as you rightly said. Yes.
And then you got to really make them, and you sort of execute them. You can't be expecting. So expectation has to be there. If I have done some homework, I can't just, I may be working very hard. It doesn't mean that I fit in there. Maybe the dynamics of Bangalore is different, but do I fit in there? So I must be connecting with my colleagues who are my friends from the same college or different college industry who are working in Bangalore. So I'll understand, hey guys, what do you think that Bangalore operates with? What kind of lifestyle is there? What kind of young age, what kind of age group that use the restaurant? So you're ready with it. So before even a discussion gets into it, the launching of a hotel, you are ready with all of that, so make it.
So true.
So those are the ways that you try implementing that what you have learned. You got to keep on implementing. Today, if I'm learning something, I need to implement.
Correct.
So I had the opportunity to open hotels in Bangalore. I had the opportunity to open large F&B facilities in Delhi with the collaboration with Delhi State Industrial Development Corporation. So, handling those days with the finance minister of Delhi, going to the secretariat and doing meetings with them. So then they will say that, have you seen India Habitat Center? So for a guy who's gone from Chennai to him and asking, India Habitat Center. Well, I haven't been there. If you ask me about the Meridian Delhi, I will be able to tell you. You ask me about the Hyatt Regency Delhi, I'll be able to tell you. But if you ask me India Habitat Center, I haven't seen there. So literally you go to India Habitat Center for 1 week constantly from morning till night. You sit down there and watch what they're operating with, So you see their events, got 25, 26 events used to happen every day. So you make a friend in the kitchen. You understand how the volume is being handled, how the menu planning is done, okay? And there are multiple events happening, in your auditor. You have seen the size of the India Habitat Center. So literally, if you sit down there for 1 week, you will know in and out of how is it functioning. Then, so when so these are the homework we used to do. So today, if I have the secretary, principal secretary of Delhi government asking me, Rupam, do you have an idea what are you going to the standard of the club that you are going to open for our members? Then I have if I hear it for once, in the next 7 days, if our meeting is on the 10th day, for the next 7 days, I'll be working on it. I'll come back and tell you, yes, I have a presentation ready for you. that is how we used to bring their confidence. Wow, this guy's done so much of hard work. So homework, so that is how we used to work on. So opening of that was another good thing. They come back and open a new hotel under my same ownership in Bangalore, Electronic City, which is, we used to know hotels about location. Then I realized that even this hotel never had a visibility also. It is not on a main road. And then, we launched the hotel and it becomes super success in the next 2 years time. And, you take care of, from an ownership investor's perspective, if you look at his bank loans have been cleared and all, and you see that everything what you plan, and if you execute them well, it was great. Then come to the feathers. So that is how the journey has been till the feathers comes. I'll of course come back to the feather story as I go on.
No, I think it's an incredible story, and I can see that passion and energy, Rupam. I know, it is, of course, you've come a long way, from being a student, getting into your IT, which was so interesting and so true again. And definitely you've been a part of so many hotel launches, and we have seen ourselves, the passion, the leading of the front, that you in fact do it. So Rupam, in this very beautiful journey of learning and so much of training, development that you had, I'm very certain that you might also be, in fact, be an audience to quite a few experiences, which had in fact, bolted you, shown you a different pathway, made you more stronger as your person. We would like to know that, Rupam.
Sure. Sanchari, every time you open a hotel, the first thing that used to happen is we always like to see, there is a point of time in everyone's career that you need to really follow certain people. To ensure that you have to develop certain ethics of you. Beyond a certain point, you are creating also your brand. Like even a young students who come, you may not realize that anything that we do as a student is becoming our identity. Like how I behave in the college, how I behave in my the workplace or the first day, how I behave the day I am leaving. Everything is a brand that you create. So, so everything is sort of, I'll not say it's a challenge, but it's a task that you need to carry on. So it teaches you, you come across good, bad, ugly, everybody. And that is sort of, you expect everywhere to happen. You can't get, but the question is that how you align them. So, you've got to start learning that how do I align them? So there are things that I had to learn, that if at all I need to launch a hotel, first thing that was in our thing, forget about the hotel facilities, forget about the units facilities. It is very, very important the kind of people that I get on board. So that is one thing, that recruitment is one biggest thing that as a, from the time of restaurant manager, I've started practicing that I will handpick my team. It's not about the skill is something that I can train. Look at the attitudes. Is he the one who fits into it? There are times we have looked at only his willingness, and that is something which is a big challenge. So you at times you fail, but that don't stop us from trying. You make. So in this journey, I've realized that you open a hotel and from the every hotel is a business eventually. So you have to look at your book. Like, okay, this is the money that I've taken from the bank, and you have a plan. Please understand that we used to always, I was very, very fortunate to work under good management and also a fabulous owner. So my owner used to be one gentleman, very young, dynamic, and that's one reason probably I'm sticking to the company for such long. They allow you to take decisions. They allow you to be what you are. Once they have a very clear picture in mind, then you make a presentation of what you wish to do to establish the business, to reach out the market, what's your strategies. So the challenge was those initial years of a business, because remember, it's one of the toughest time of a hotel when you launch financially. There is a load of putting the standards in place, putting the marketing in place, at the same time ensuring that, okay, my first day earning may not match the bank's demand, the return things, no, but how soon I can create my calendar, how soon I can create. So I had a target made ready that, in the first year, second year, third year, this is how my financial will be moving forward. So these are the one that is, teaching you that how difficult it is to launch a hotel, to launch a business. I would say a business. So To me, more than a challenge, I think I've enjoyed those small joy. Like you look at a day, more than a success, I look at a day like, how am I enjoying the day?
Yes.
Everything, So like you look at only finding those joy. That okay, a little bit of things that you do, and you accomplish the things in a week's time. Also, as you launch the hotel, wow, we got it done. So the team is celebrated. So remember to celebrate a little success with whatever we do. We got the first guest, we celebrate for the first guest. We got the 10th guest, you celebrate the 10th guest. You get the 50th guest, you do a cake cutting at the lobby. You go do a cake cutting at the cafe. So the vibes of the unit is actually gets into different mode. So, and the think tank becomes, we align ourselves in the same line. We go into the thought process becomes same. So they know that, you achieve 100, there is another celebration. You do achieve at 200, you have another celebration. And then you reach out to them. So small things, difficulties will always be there. You face challenges, right? And that is where parents take place, I mean, of course, parents are always there to guide you. But I think I was very fortunate to have my mother who was standing on those times when I was a bachelor. And obviously, post you get married, then wife takes the responsibility of what mother has done before.
Yes,
so
that's right.
So the mom was that initial time. when you have a bad day, a call goes to mom. What? So we share, not to complain. So mom used to literally, so the thought used to come that we may have difficulties, but let that not be a complaint of us. Let that be, how do I handle it? So mom used to be there. It's okay. You give a little more time, they will understand you. It's not so easy. You are trying it, but not many people will understand. If you allow a little more time for yourself, probably will know it. So this is how, I feel that the parents have a huge role to play for everybody, not just as a hotelier, every student, initial career, it has to be, because that's the time you face the biggest challenge, maximum challenge. Every day is new. You started, your expectations are rising every day. You got to deliver every day. And only parents, and if the parents says, better you leave everything and come back, you finish. So you literally are lucky that if you have a parent who is saying that it's okay to be there, give time, everything will be fine.
Exactly. It's so much of positivity. Definitely. I absolutely agree with whatever you have to say. It is so important that, that parental responsibility does not really end after they are going ahead and, just having the kids start their career life, or maybe.
That's right.
It is standing just next to them and watching them, and definitely always putting a thumbs up, whenever they're doing, even if it's
that little pat,
of
that
course,
little pat on the shoulder,
exactly.
And
True.
And you're re-energized, next day that it's okay. My mom says that it's fine to go ahead.
Exactly. Absolutely. Rupa, this is something which I have to ask you, because I've seen your success. I've seen the way you work, so much of hard work, so much of passion, your love of your people, the way you take care of your people. Rupa, your memorable moments as a general manager and opening, so many hotels that you have actually opened, so many moments that you've in fact shared. So I'm sure you must be having some great memorable moments of all the locations.
Well, I think when I have a huge, you must be knowing, I've been posting literally everything that happens.
Yes, that's right.
Reason, Sanchari, is that those are my energy booster. Like you do a little thing, you let everybody know. Let your team know that you're doing that, So launching my Bangalore hotel was one of my key thing, and launching Delhi was another key thing, because it was the place was half ready, not with the detailing that are required to be a place with F&B facilities and all. So I had to launch that place in 4 months time. So literally work day and night there, coordination with the architects, coordination with different vendors, and getting things delivered on timeline. So that was a challenge. And Delhi government, like the since it's a government project, you had they were willing to open it. They were giving a time, like within 4 months you need to open the entire facility, and by then you need to have your architect selections, you need to have your vendor selections, you need to have the uniform ready, you need to have your cutleries ready, you need to have your SOPs ready, you need to have your membership formats going on ready, you need to have your recruitment going ready, the marketing is going on ready. So it was,
Sure.
so, daytime, you're constantly on your, and I was very, very fortunate to have team who used to work with me till late evening, late night.
Wow.
So daytime, you are working on those projects. You are completely with the architects and vendors and all working. Evening,
Correct.
post 6 o'clock, you are with your team. Then you start making your SOPs, start making those standards, making your marketing strategies, even giving the outlet name. This was what was an interesting thing. We'll come back to. Launching hotel has been always a great memory for me. So bringing the hotel in Electronic City was one of my a great thing, because we never had a brand to support. Like, of course, I came out of Sarovar and then I joined the ownership. I believe that, by then that, but you can be on your own. So I joined the ownership, and then we opened this hotel, getting an employee, making the hotel taking up to 85% occupancy constantly throughout the year, and getting an international band performing in a 100 rooms hotel, which in Bangalore no hotel had that point of time. And that became so even a small things, how we used to go out to the market. Do you know how good it is to have a large window in a room? So we used to find the small advantage of a good hotel and carry. How good it is to be having a fantastic mattress because you sleep well. How good it is to be having the best of the best amenities in the hotel. So, when you carry this message and that guest is actually understanding you. So we used to go out in the market. I was not in favor of, I'm a typically a brand driven, like, you real marketing driven, like you have to get in and share things that you do different, right? There is no use of going out in the market and say that my price is so much. He's giving you so much, I'll give you so much. That was never my cup of tea. I used to say that price is my secondary. I may not even charge you. If you have the right guest, I don't even charge you. What I need is positioning the hotel. So that was one of my biggest achievement, that I went out in the market in Electronic City, literally meeting every office, waiting there for, even it's required to be 1 hour, 2 hour, waiting for meeting the admin manager. I had to have the patience, and meeting them and ensuring that I carry those message. They don't go to a company saying that this message goes to people who will be taking sales and marketing as career. You don't go and say that how much I'll charge you. Let the market know that what you can do for the traveler. What is the plan that you have in detail? So when I went, I was the first hotel to launch that. If your guest is at the airport, from that time till the time he departs from the city is my responsibility. So I created a package that I pick them up from the airport. I'm talking about 2009. Pick them up from the airport, come to the hotel, drop them to the office next day, pick them up from the office next day, on the same day, drop them back to the airport. During this entire thing is my control. You only have to give the guest details. Rest, everything is on me. Now, the question is that once you start something, I knew that tomorrow or day after tomorrow, the same concept will be reintroduced by another hotel. It's natural. But what you do is you say that if I am able to send every guest have to, you run a corporate hotel, you know that your 7:45 till 8:45 is the peak hour in a breakfast time. So my lobby managers, the gentlemen, including me, myself, the lobby managers, front office managers, the F&B managers are standing in the lobby. The only duty is ensuring that the breakfast goes well and everyone leaves on time from the hotel. So your series of car, 10 car is standing there, one by one car is going and leaving. So when I used to go out in the market, I said, you copy those ideas, that's fine. But you can't be as precise as I am. If I have to, drop a guest at 8:35 at your office, I'll ensure that it is not 8:36. So then I'm slipping from my commitment. So my preparation was forget everything else. The first commitment is, am I able to send this guest to his office on time? That was a fantastic thing, So these are the commitments.
Wonderful.
This is how we moved forward, like how we establish brand. So you create a brand of trust. Oh, it's rather rigid. I can trust. I know how the hotel operates. You cannot find. So the entire team also, when you start this, you see the success happening, then you know that they trust you, and then you can't come back. And the second one I remember, Sanchari, this is one of my thing. I will always say that, most difficult thing in India to operate fleets. I had the best of the best travel desk from Budget, which is an international fleet chain. I had 6 those days. None of them could work. The kind of timing I wanted them to maintain, the kind of perfection I wanted to bring, none. So I reached out to some of including my own driver. I told him that, no, there's a time after working for 3 years or 4 years, I went and told them, look, how about investing on your own vehicle? Okay. So then he said, how does it work? I said, see, how long you have to work with me as my driver? You invest, come out of it, invest on your own, take bank loan, invest in a new car. I'm going to keep that car in my hotel. So I like this. I told them, likewise, if there are few people that I know, if you want to invest, so I immediately lined up around 5 guys, who are willing to. So what we avoided is the car maintenance is good and I told very clearly that it has to be an owner driven car. There is no chauffeur that you hire, because I don't want people to smoke inside the car. I don't want people to drink and drive.
True.
And you get a odd fragrance of a smell of a cigarette. And I don't want my car to be smelling even a bit of alcohol. So I had clear indication inside the car, this car is a non-smoking car. You can't be smoking. Even if you are a traveler, please finish up your smoke, come inside the car. And it is only possible if you have a owner driving. So I have, initially lined up around 5, then it went up to 10 drivers, all owners are driven. So the commitment, each of them, if their earning was earlier around 15,000 as a salary, the moment they've taken a loan, their each bill started going 50,000 plus. So in a way, the bill that I was paying to somebody else, we created our own fleet and individual. So he is not a driver just anymore. He's the owner of that car and he earns so much of money by himself. So I think that was one of my next achievement, that go local. I am very happy when I hear it. So I have created these guys to make their own fleet, and everyone. I know I left Bangalore 6 years now. 5 years now, and I started this whole practice from 2012. It's 8 years now. They're living well, and I'm so happy to see them. So that was number 2. 3 was launching Feathers Hotel was another challenge for me. And you won't believe, the hotel was, just to give you, all the entire students fraternity, whoever is listening to this, that the homework of Feathers, we launched the hotel in 2016, and I have been doing the homework for this hotel from 2012. So 4 years onwards, I've been collecting data from the market every year. Okay, the sales guys who used to work in my unit in Chennai earlier, the other unit, and also my other friends, I used to get the city's reports per year, what they do, what kind of traveler arriving. So 4 years of data I collected, that how is it going to be shaping. Then you come back. When I came to Chennai, I understood who's my comp set hotels. Literally, you have a Hilton, you have a Westin Hotel, you have a Grand Chola, you have a Meridian, you have a Hyatt Regency, all of these hotels. So now you come back and you start staying with them, right? As a guest, you stay there. You have no other work. Your hotel is not operational. Be a guest, check in there, stay there. Look at the standard they're maintaining. Look at the employment those hotels are having. You start a day from breakfast watch till the time the nightclub starts, and you'll get to know how the hotel is operated. That gives you a first-hand feel about how your comp set operates. And all these were before I could even open the hotel. So I had a very, very clear format ready, that this is how my competition hotels are operating. So if I have to launch, I need to work on these areas. So I have a detailed list ready that I'm going to make difference in these areas. How you can't be saying these brands are operating with fault. No, but I also know that what is that little error that is coming in your mind, because you're looking at a guest perspective. So these homeworks are pretty important for me, and I think launching that hotel and in a not even a year, before a year, about 9th month or 10th month, we got the international airline Emirates checking into my hotel, getting my contract. And on the second year, we get the Etihad with us, and we renew them. So when I say in the market that I have 2 Middle East top airlines and one of the top 5 airlines of globally, they have selected my hotel. that's rebuilding the trust of this brand. Like, okay, because there's a huge process of audit. So those were my way of presenting yourself, building trust in the market. Wow, you have these guys saying that means you have a certain good standard. So you make that believe those brands, So I think those are the things that I give the entire credit to my team. I've been so blessed to have a team, and they really understand what we want and how we want to carry on our business. So that's my
Splendid. I think, Rupam, I am so enchanted by, such amazing, memorable moments that you have spent, and so much of learning, Rupam, whether it's leadership, whether it's motivating yourself, all the hard work that you've in fact done, such great ways of in fact connecting, networking, digital marketing, so much of emphasis that in fact you and your entire team has given into it, in rebranding your entire hotels back again. And also that little things that you have done as a leader. It's not just about, when a general manager is just going and taking care of a team and in just having people working, but then you yourself have been a part of it. You have seen the journey. You've in fact gone ahead and done so much of trial and error to make your own hotel a very successful one. We are so proud, of having you associated with us and definitely supporting us in all the endeavors that we keep having. So, Rupam, it's been an amazing conversation. But then, yes, before we leave today, because we are also running short on time.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Very importantly is your message to all the aspirants, hospitality aspirants waiting to get into the industry.
Well, I think this is very important for me to tell you that don't count what is happening now. In fact, what's happening now is the brightest opportunity ever the industry can see. It's typically when you see a place, the country, the universe has gone through trouble, you also make a note that what are the preparation I need to do. A lot of things in the country is going to change. If you look at the presentation that was made by the Prime Minister yesterday, he focused on infrastructure. So students will be part of a rebuilding, and hospitality will be a huge part on changing this. So when he's talking about infrastructure development, that means we are expecting a lot of investment to happen. Don't go by what's happening right now. What's happening right now is then you will start feeling you're a victim. Don't be at all at the position of a victim. You know that what's going to change from here is going to open up a huge opportunity for the hotel students. Huge opportunity, because everything is going to be so systematically operated. And as hotel education teaches us to be operating systematically. There are a few things that we learn in this industry is vendors, working with multiple people, working with a lot of selections criteria comes into place. So you have a great opportunity. A lot of things going to happen. The moment you attract open business to global market, a lot of business is going to be attracted in India. And that will throw a huge opportunity for hoteliers to build career. So don't look at right now what's happening. This is just one incident. I'll tell you, this will look like a small one peanut to you at some point. But take my word today. I'm so confident about it. And I shared with my employees, my team, is the same thing I'm going to share with you all, that this is just one part and it's going to give us a completely different perspective of hospitality.
Wow. Thank you so much, Rupam. I think indeed, I absolutely, second your thoughts and agree with you completely in tandem that this is just, a phase, and we all have to together, our industry is such a beautiful industry. We were just talking offline some time ago, Rupam, and we were talking such incredible things, about, I think, the most beautiful industry that we are living in, which is hospitality, and without which mankind cannot really, I think, survive.
Absolutely.
So important. Travel, tourism, hotels, they can never really vanish. It has to stay. And it will only be basically coming back with a bang. So on that regard, thank you very much, Rupam. Thank you. Always
thank you very much, Anjari.
Such a great leader, and always inspiring you with your wonderful, motivating thoughts. Thank you very much, Rupam. And
thank you.
Also, from Dr. Bose and the entire team of IHM, we would like to wish you, your family, and definitely your team, stay safe, healthy, and definitely we shall be in touch. Thank you.
Sanchari, thank you very much. I say the same thing for entire team of IIHM, Dr. Bose and the entire team, every location, all the students, a safe stay and use this time the way it is happening now. Be there in all session. It is one of the great things to happen to listen to all the industry leaders and understand their perspective. It's one of the greatest time that you may have in your career.
Thank you very much, Rupal. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sanchari. Bye-bye.